US President Donald Trump has now strongly denied claims that he proposed handing over the Donbas region to Russia during peace talks. Now, in a recent statement, Trump has emphasized that the issue was never raised in discussions with Ukraine, and he instead focused on maintaining a ceasefire and halting violence in the front lines. Additionally, the US president has clarified that any territorial arrangements in the region would be determined later, based on the situation on the ground. Now, the claims originated from reports that earlier stated that Trump pressurized Ukrainian President Zelensky to accept Russia's demands. Trump has since rejected all of this, asserting that no such negotiations occurred. But he did, in the meantime, acknowledge that Russia already controls parts of the Donbas territory, 78% to be specific. He has stressed that any peace agreements should avoid major territorial concessions from Moscow. Now, moving on to a related issue, Ukrainian President Zelensky had requested the supply of long-range Tomahawk missiles. However, the discussion proved to be rather difficult for him, with Trump now ruling out the possibility of providing the weapons. This caused the Ukrainian delegation to leave the meeting disappointed. And more recently, US Vice President J.D. Vance has also confirmed that Trump has not yet decided whether to supply the Tomahawks to Ukraine or not. Vance has explained that the US president's focus remains on US national security and the need to prioritize America's own military needs. Vance has also clarified that Trump's priority is not extraditing critical weaponry to Europe unless it serves the United States' best interest. Joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Sergei Dvorianov, President of IDC Russia and Director of WHD International Board. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World. At the outset, it's very obvious that Donald Trump is now emphasizing reaching a ceasefire and then moving on to territorial decisions. I wanted to understand from you, would Russia then accept a ceasefire without any sort of territorial settlement?
Thank you so much for invitation for discussion. First of all, I want to start my explanation of position of the vision of our national leader and all our nations, that is a choice of nations. This is not choice of Donald Trump or somebody else. It's not choice of any politician at all. Which land will be rejoined to Russia, which land will be not rejoined. Because first of all, we can see the eastern part of Ukraine is a Russian-speaking population. All this population, they belong to Russian world, belong to our civilization. We should understand. It's not we are taking territory without people. People, they want, they will, their choice to come to our Russian world, to our civilization, to Russian support. They are very suffering, much suffering because of the Mr. Zelensky aggression. That is the main point. How Donald Trump or somebody else can decide it? It's not his choice at all. It's a choice of nation. That is most important. And nobody can change this will, this choice. Because it's the will of the hearts of the people. We cannot delay these people. Look to the situation in the world. We have a humanitarian catastrophe in the different part of the world. For example, Palestine, they're suffering because of the aggression from Israel. And you see right now a movement inside Europe, inside America. They try to support Israel. Why? Because they want to support humanity, human values. We are not animals. We are human beings. That's why we should support justice, we should support spirituality, we should support real traditional values. And Donald Trump cannot destroy this because he's a believer, first of all, and he also came to again to the White House to support traditional value. That's why I completely believe that slowly he will come to the right point of his vision.
And news also coming in that Donald Trump reportedly ruled out the possibility of providing Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine at this stage. We have seen certain warnings being given by Kremlin that if the US went ahead with Zelensky's appeal, that would totally destroy US-Russia relations. Then is this move by the Trump administration a shift in US policy? And if so, what has prompted this?
We can see that inside his heart, Donald Trump is pure peacemaker. His intentions really to support peace. He already did a lot of very successful peace deals, even with Pakistan and India. But regarding the conflict Russia with Ukraine is very deep conflict. It's conflict actually of East and West. It's a conflict of global society, like some kind of sectarian thinking and traditional war. That's why right now we can see big pressure under the Donald Trump, and that's why he's not so much independent. But we still have possibilities. We have some hope, because even famous prophet Edgar Cayce, who was born in America, we always call him sleeping prophet, because he always received all his vision about future in the dreams. And he predict friendship between Russia and America. He predict that this friendship between Russia and America will change the policy and will come to the golden age of humanity. I completely believe that is only time, little time. We should wait, and then we'll see the fruits, the results, the real friendship and real peacemaking deal, which will be initiated by Donald Trump himself.
Indeed, you did point towards India and Pakistan. The situation there was quite different, I must point out. It was the Pakistanis that approached the Indian DGMO, but the situation between Russia and Ukraine is different as well. So I wanted to understand from you, what are your expectations from the Trump-Putin meeting that is likely to take place in Budapest very soon? We've seen the telephonic conversation. It was described as very productive by the Kremlin as well.
Yes, very true. It's very productive. Even the city, the town which was chosen to this meeting, all this information give to us very positive hopes and expectations. Why? Because we can see that right now all Europe countries, they still in some inertial process to hate Russia without any reasons at all. It's just a jealousy. You should understand. It's just a jealousy. Of course, we're a big country. We support human values. We always support small nations. We always pray only justice. That is in our blood, in our history. And some of European politicians, they are so much jealous. But right now, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, they already met. See the nature, the character of our national leader. Last time he came even to America. He came to Alaska to start this peacemaking dialogue. How much he dedicated to his nation, how much he dedicated to the peace. Without any phobia, without any fears, he came to America to start to discuss, because even a lot of advisors, they suggest that he should not go to America. But our national leader, Vladimir Putin, is so brave, so dedicated to this peacemaking dialogue. He came. And right now, Budapest. Even more interesting deal we can see, because we can start with transformation of the vision. We should delay this mood of enmity between Europe and Russia, between Russia and America, between East and West. And everything is possible. Only, I believe, we depends from our prayers. We should pray to God. And spiritual energy can change the hearts of all politicians, and spiritual energy can change all situations. I believe, I'm completely believer that God himself can negotiate with peace.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time and sharing your perspective with us on NewsX World.